Many European countries are now introducing new restrictions as the coronavirus threatens to spiral out of control. In the UK, the Health Secretary Matt Hancock says the government wants to avoid a full national lockdown, but more than 4.5 million people will be affected by fresh measures from Tuesday. According to the latest statistics produced by the European Centre for Disease Control, the 14-day case notification rate across Europe has been increasing for more than 50 days. Over half of all EU countries are currently experiencing rises, and while increased testing has contributed to better knowledge of transmission, the surge is also being linked to the widespread relaxation of preventative measures. Well, our international correspondent Annalise Borges told me a short while ago that the French government has given responsibility to local authorities to impose new restrictions.
We've seen this week coronavirus flare-ups have forced France to close some 80 schools across the country, and now these new restrictions. We have yet to learn more about what these restrictions will be in Lyon, where you are, but in the city of Nice, we already know the authorities there have decided to close bars. All bars will have to be closed from midnight 30, and people will not be allowed to buy alcohol or listen to music in public spaces from 8 p.m. Some events that were scheduled to take place in Nice this weekend, including cultural activities like the European Heritage Days, all these events have now been cancelled. Of course, Tokes, this follows these news of new coronavirus cases registered in France. 10,000 new cases once again registered on Thursday alone.
Well, let's go over to Madrid now, where we can speak to our reporter Jaime Velasquez. Jaime, there seems to be some confusion across Spain about these new measures which were due to be announced. What's the latest?
Well, we are waiting for the Premier of the region of Madrid, Isabel Díaz Ayuso. Maybe is starting to talk at this moment right now, but we've been seeing how the Premier has been delaying this press conference for the whole morning, and it tells you a lot about the complexity of the measures that they are going to implement. They said that they have to put a legal structure before they announce these measures, because the regional government doesn't have all the competences in order to implement this kind of maybe lockdown, not only at a regional level but in selective areas. What we know at this point, as the press has been reported, is that these measures are going to affect the businesses, is going to affect the mobility of the citizens, and also, as the press reported, is going to affect the way we interact with each other. So let's expect a lot of tough measures to be implemented very soon here. The Premier is going to announce some of them, but on Monday she will meet the Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez at 12 o'clock to coordinate this response in order to flatten the curve here in Madrid. And it's Pedro Sánchez, as a central government level, the one that can really implement measures like the state of emergency to be declared in Madrid or in certain areas that will really affect mobility and other rights of citizens here in Madrid.
Quite a different approach to what's happening in France and the UK. But tell us more about the preparations that are being put in place ahead of this.
Well, it has been also everything prepared in a very, very, very quick manner. We don't know exactly what is going to happen, but there's been a lot of confusion regarding what is going to happen or not, what is going to be implemented or not. We know, for example, that Madrid was about to build a 1,000-bed permanent hospital only dedicated to COVID-19, but it's not going to be ready on time, and now they are thinking of opening again the field hospital in Ifema, 1,000-bed capacity that was opened in March, and also, for example, some hotels that were medicalized, turned into hospitals, will be probably open again soon. it's still very early. We are just waiting to see exactly what is going to happen if they get together and finally come out with a solution, a comprehensive solution and measures for Madrid.
Jaime Velasquez with the latest from the Spanish capital. Thank you.